Okay, guys, let me adjust this a little. I'll have to move. Today it's Oliver. We're going to have to move Oliver off here shortly. Uh, let's see. Probably need to lighten this up just a little. Hi, Missy. Did you get your sticker yet? Hi, Laverne. How you doing? That's Oliver today. Yep, that was all. He just wanted a little pet, and then he's leaving. That's it. He's gone. Malibu might come back, but yeah. So let's see. Let me adjust everything. Let's brighten this up. Let's autofocus again. There we go. You got your oh good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, our project, the bracelet project, has been put on hold. I'll tell you all about it in a minute. Hi, Debbie. How you doing? Give everybody a couple minutes to get in, drink some lemon water. Got a banana if I start getting, scratchy throat. Hi, Dawn. So, yeah, and then I think I might real quick, because I was working on this real quick. I think I'm going to work on this real quick while we're sitting here waiting for people to come in. I'm just going to do this real quick, or start it real quick anyway. I want to paint. I'm making a new BRB. So let's see. I need a little I need not that. Let's dig up under here. I need to paint the edges black. Well, I need to paint it black, and then I don't need to really paint the back, but probably don't even need to really paint it because I'm going to edge it in gold. I don't think I need to paint it. Okay, I just need to glue it down. Hi, Kat, Janet, Kat. So how y'all doing? Or we're going to watercolor in the paint and ink book today because what do you call it? My stuff did not come in. I'll show y'all in a minute. I don't want to have to repeat it, so I'll give it a few minutes. So, all right. So I'm just going to glue these down. This is just for my little, BRB. So let's just do this real quick while we're waiting for people to come in. So, yeah, my bracelet project's put on hold. So what's everybody else working on today? Anything fun? I'm just going to put this on. I'm going to outline it in gold. So, see, I might need to trim that up a little. We'll see. You like these colors? Yeah, these are out of one of my space books. Uh-oh. We'll throw that piece of paper away in a minute. Oh. So, yeah. Not thinking of anything else going on. I'll have to show you something, Janet, that Logan made. You'll love it. We got Survivor tonight. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's move that up a little. We have Survivor tonight. Janet and I watched Survivor. Okay, let's see. Let's get that kind of flattened out there. It's going to have gold edges, so it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. Hi, Tina. Tina's coming in saying good morning to everybody. Hi, Ellen. Belinda, how y'all doing? Oh, how y'all doing today? I just thought I'd do this real quick because while we're waiting for everybody to come in, give it a couple minutes. Thanks, everybody, for everybody really liked my art journal review from Monday. If y'all missed that, it's still, everything's saved, recorded. So thanks, everybody. Everybody seemed to really enjoy that, even though y'all regulars have seen all those journals because, I've been working on them for 16 years. All right, so let's see. I already glued some watch hands down because I'll put some watch hands going across the letters. But yeah, all right. Nice thing about Eileen's tacky, it just rolls off your fingers. Let's see. Yeah, thanks, guys. We'll do some watercolor here in a minute. Let me pull up a couple things on my phone. Let's see over here. Let's go over to Annie. I'll show you. This was really good. Okay, and then on my photos, so I can show y'all why we're not doing what we're doing today. There we go. All right, I got everything ready to go. Hi, Christina. Leona. So let's see how I can trim this. Do I want to do it with an X-Acto knife? Do I have a sharp X-Acto knife? That's the thing. I don't know if I have one that's got a fresh blade. I don't know if I can do it with this. I don't know if I can do it with this. Maybe not. No, that's not going to work either. Maybe I can just kind of roll it down. Because I'm going to, what do you call it? Gold edge it here in a second. So what's everybody else working on this week? Anything fun? Y'all trying to stay positive in the world? Hopefully. I don't need an X-Acto knife. I have one right here, right when I need one. I thought I had one in my little tool thing here, but I'm not seeing it. Dee Dee scares me when she grabs I want to cut that down, but I want to cut this down, but really need an X-Acto knife. But I can't find it, so well, that just made a hot mess of it. It's just a tiny, it's just a sliver, like a 1/16 of an inch that needs to be cut. There we go. Hi, Heart House. Tina's coloring the next picture in Leon's journey. Who does that one, Tina? I'm not familiar with that artist. Leon's journey. Hi, Rainbow. So yeah, I just cut the letters out earlier. Let's see if I can just bend that down. Cut the letters out and glue, wanted to just make a new BRB. I like my license plate one. I said, let's do something different. So I got these. They're just those little wood letters you buy at Hobby Lobby. They always go on sale for 50 cents, or something like that. All right, let's see about this one now. That one looks pretty good. Let's go right here on the edge. Okay, right around this edge. Janet, you recovered from your company. Hi, Malibu. I know you want to come up here. You can come up for a minute. Come on. Come on. My paint's not wet yet. Hi, Fuzzy. Let's see. That's Missy's still working on the scavenger hunt. Yeah, y'all got a couple more weeks. Got till the 1st of April. Make sure you get with Janet when you finish it. Yeah. Yeah, she's right there on the floor. Come on. Come on up. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're talking to me. Come on up. All right, let's see. Where's my gold? One of my gold pins in here. Come on. You want to come up here? Oh, look. Here's my X-Acto knife right here. Gold pin. This one. Okay. Marshmallow. Yeah, the cloud. Come on, cloud. Come on. Come on. You want to come up? Come on. Okay, so I just want to go around these edges. She's thinking about it. She's right down at my feet talking to me. That's why I'm way over here. I'm giving her room to come up here. You want to come up here? Gonna go lay in your little nest. See? Hi, Joyce. Maybe she's not going to come up here. So yeah, you know, we were going to do Riri was going to be part of it too. She already knows about the whole situation because I already messaged her. It's not a big situation. It's just so I was going to do those, you know, bracelets. I was going to do those bracelets with the wood tongue depressors, boiled and soaked so that they bend. I'll do the edges later. I'll just do the tops right now. And they didn't work. And Riri tried it too. She's boiled them overnight, or, you know, boiled them and let them soak overnight. I did too. And they would not bend. So that was off the table. So I went on Amazon and said, well, let's see what else we can find to make some collage bracelets. Because I wanted to collage them, right? And so I found something cool. And Riri goes, oh, yeah, let's do that. And I told her I'd send her some and she could do them too. But I'll show you what it was and what happened. Because I don't have enough bracelets. Okay, so let me show you. Okay. So what they were is these leatherette bracelets. There's 24, and I think they were a little cheaper than $16.90. Anyway, about that price. 24. See, can you see the picture right there? There we go. So they're these like snap leather bracelets. I said, well, let's try to collage those and varnish them. And even if the varnish like cracks, we could like put some you know, brown alcohol ink in it and make it look crackly, right? We can make it look crackly if the varnish crackled after it was dry. Well, I got this message. Potential delivery issue. Your package was damaged and will be returned. Your package may be affected by an issue that occurred in transit. We're sorry for the inconvenience. We understand this may be frustrating. Appreciate your patience. We're doing our best to follow up on your package and we'll share an update on March 12th. That's it. So somehow the package got damaged or something and was returned. They didn't say, oh, we'll send you another one. They should be saying, well, we'll send you another one. It's just going to be delayed. So I don't know. To me, what that says is this really isn't available and they're going to refund my money, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So there's no bracelet show today. Yes, that's what I was plotting with Riri. Yes, well, I've already talked to Riri in message, so she knows all about it. And so when and if I get those bracelets, I will still send Riri some, and we'll still do the project. We will still do the project when and if I can get those leather. And I'm sure there's other ones I could research and buy, but you know, I wanted it for today. So yeah. But that's okay. There's a reason. All right, so I'm just going to quickly do these edges here. And I'm going to varnish these later. I just wanted to, I don't really probably even need to varnish it, but I probably will just because that's how I roll with my collage. Aren't these pretty though? I thought it would be nice to have something bright. So, oops. Let's get that right there. So we're going to watercolor. We're going to watercolor in the Paint and Ink Camilla deErrico book today. So Janet should be happy. I'm going to watercolor. I do need to do the watch hands on this too. Oh, hi, B. Thank you, B. B, have I sent you have you got a panda sticker yet, B? I don't remember who I've sent things to, so if I've not sent you a panda sticker, I'll send you a panda sticker. Have I already sent you a panda sticker? You would have got it by now. If not, I'll send you one. Oh, it's your birthday today. Well, happy birthday. You have not? Okay, let me write this down. These color, and today's your birthday. Panda sticker. Panda sticker. Happy birthday. What day is today? The 11th? Okay, happy birthday. Everybody's telling B happy birthday. All right, panda sticker it is. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um Okay, all right. Well, good. Well, happy birthday. I shouldn't say congratulations. Well, we all can say congratulations anytime we make it to another birthday, right? Let me get a sip of lemon water here. I might have turned my air up too much. Might have to go turn my air down a little. It's a little stuffy in here. There we go. So yeah, we're going to watercolor today in the, and I started a page and I need to do some stick or finish it, work on some, well, I have two things I've worked on. The flower book that I'm almost done with, I want to add stickles to. And the page that I didn't do it on stream, but I had watercolored a base coat on one of the pages. I have that as well. So we'll see. We have plenty to work on. We never run out of stuff to do. Sometimes I just try to decide, well, what haven't I done for a while, or what would y'all like to see, or something, But we'll never run out of things to do. That's for sure. Okay. And Janet had some camera issues on Monday, so we're going to have to do a test, Janet, to see if we can figure out what's going on with your camera. But she got through an hour and a half or so with Jill doing a project on Monday. You like the letters? No, they're wood dot and good morning. They're wood dot. They're wood dot. They're wood basswood from Hobby Lobby, and I got the lemon water hiccups. Anyway, and I just covered them with some paper. I covered them with some of my space paper, and then put some watches on there. And now I'm going to put some watch hands on there. Let's see if this one's working here. I go through my Posca so quickly. Let's see if I can get this one. Let me see. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Hermie. Oh, congratulations. Aw, well, we can be very grateful for that. That's great news. Great news, Hermie. Right, Rainbow? Hi, Lucretia. Well, congratulations. We always like to hear that. I'm going to write that down as a thank you. Good news. All right, got that written down. We all should have some place where we write things down we're thankful for. Like I don't give y'all enough notebooks and journals to work in, but for real, we should always have that. Okay, let's see. I think I'll go this way and this way. I'm just eyeballing it. I should get out a ruler. are. Let's see, which way do we want to go with that? Let's go down here. And let's cut across the middle right there. Got to have the sound effects. And then this one will go way up here. And let's see. Oops, got a little blob. Nope, that's crooked. We don't want to bend time today. There we go. And I'll go in there and doodle around and stuff, but there's our base. Okay. Let's throw this away. All right, let's see. Hi, So Carrie Glitter. Or Glitter Carrie. Hi, Cindy Daly. I have gratitude jar. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you do that. I mean, I don't watch every one of your videos, Carrie, but I've seen a few. I don't think I've ever seen you do that. That's awesome. And if y'all don't follow So Much Glitter Carrie, then go follow Carrie. Yeah, that's a great idea. Hi, CB. Let's see, who else am I missing? Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside because that gold's probably still not dry yet, but we got a new BRB, and I'll play with it later. I guess it'd probably be safe to stack it. Maybe we'll find it's on the back, so if anything, the white paint comes off, it'll come off on the back. Okay, so there's that. Let me get a baby wipe and get some of the excess glue off my hands here. All righty. So, got a couple things. All right, so if y'all missed it, that's why I kind of wanted to wait for a couple minutes. The project that we were going to do today, let's see if I move that, just so we don't see the thing right there. If y'all missed what I said earlier, the project that we were going to replace the wood bracelets with, I was going to replace with these leatherette bracelets, snap bracelets to collage and make. I was gonna replace that. Let me turn off my overhead light. But if y'all were here a minute ago, there were potential delivery issues that my package has been affected by an issue that occurred in transit. It probably got run over by the truck or something. Anyway, so it says it was damaged and will be returned. They didn't say they're going to try to send me out a new package. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. If they just refund me or if they actually send me a new one. But we'll find out. Yeah, right. Let me get a bite of banana. Hang on. So, yes, Tina. And then I'm going to show this to Jan. I mean, I'll show it to everybody, but I really want to show it to Janet too, because Wednesday night, we text each other during Survivor. We've watched Survivor since the very first ones. So, but I show this to y'all. So Logan made this for me, Janet. Well, for both of us, but you know.
Okay, so Amanda, Logan and I are joking. He's trying on different shirts in his room, and he tried this shirt on.
Come on in. Once again, community's back up for grabs.
He has a Jeff Probe shirt, Janet. Let's watch it again. He has a Jeff Probe shirt. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. Let's watch it again.
Logan and I are joking. He's trying on different shirts in his room, and he tried this shirt on.
Come on in. Once again, community's back up for grabs.
Isn't that great, Janet? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I have to tell him that I showed it. His laugh. Yeah, he is. He has a great laugh. Yeah, he is. He does, and he makes the videos for his school, for the different project, things for the school. So anyway, uh, I thought so too because it's the shirt. Like Jeff Probst always wears the same shirt. I think he has a black one and a blue one, and that's all he ever wears. Oh, that's the shirt. So anyway, Logan, thanks. Annie, so thanks for sharing that. Okay, so all right, so a couple things here. We're going to go ahead and start in this. I had this page picked out to start on, and what I want to do is, first off, we'll just take it out of the book. Let's just take it out. They are all perforated. They're one-sided, but and then I did have, let's see, this page that I'd done last week or whatever, and this is just base coated with the watercolor, but I want to do something else as well. I'm going to do something else on this one. So we'll have a couple ones to work on, and then I have another one back here that's dry. So I got like three of them in progress here, so we're going to work on. Hi, Riri. I just showed and told everybody about our project being scrubbed. I already sent this to Riri, so she already knows about it. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. I need some paper here. Let's put this down here. All right. So this is the Pop Manga Paint Ink coloring book, Camilla deErrico. It's her new one. Me and I know View, and I don't know who else has got it already, but so let me just do a flip real quick for you. Now, of course, I've already torn a couple pages out and stuff, but let's see here. Does it need to be brightened up just a little because of the white paper? Probably. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. And yeah. All right. So the paper is like watercolor paper-esque. It's textured. And it's one-sided. So this is one-sided. You can use that side. So that you can tear it out. You can not worry about it soaking through or anything. Let me see. Probably want to zoom in one more for a minute. There we go. So let's see. And also, y'all, speaking of thankfulness and what Hermie told us too, y'all, Dot also came back with a clean bill of health on her recent doctor visit. So yeah, I'd like to see your jar. So much glitter, Carrie. I'd like to see your jar of thankfulness. Let's see. Put it in caps, guys. If you're talking to me, you have not done anything in it yet, B. Okay. Well, you need to color in it for your birthday, B. Today's B's birthday. So if y'all want to say happy birthday to B. I love this narwhal. So, yeah. So that's the book. That's what it looks like. And like I said, it's a texture. See if I can grab the texture there in the light. Maybe not. There you go. You can see it's watercolor paper-esque. All right, so we're going to work on this one. I have another one that's already got a wash on it, and I'm going to put a wash on this one. And let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to do like maybe a pink? Hey, Oliver, you better not be picking on your sister. All right, let's see. Let me clean off one of these trays here to have a clean tray to just, if this acrylic paint, you can just peel it off. It's dry, so it doesn't matter if there's anything left there. Let's see. I do my gratitude journal at the beginning, and I made a journal for it. I'll empty it New Year's Eve. Oh, okay. All right. That's an awesome idea. Y'all, if y'all don't write your thankfulness down, your gratitude, a gratitude journal, then put it in a jar. Let's see. Scrolling. Rahi, that's not Raul, is it? Sometimes Raul has different names depending on where he is too. But hi, Rahi. I'm not sure if that's Raul or not. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Kimberly, did I say hi to you? Kimberly? So, yeah. Hi, Judio. Quarter size hail. Ooh, yeah. Janet had some bad weather last week. And so y'all stay safe in those storms. We had a storm Tuesday night. No, that was last night. Monday night. But it wasn't that bad like what's going on around the country. So y'all stay safe. Stay safe. I'm a strong believer in prayer, so there's always that. All right, let's see. What color do I think? Because my axle, I think maybe we'll do a pink base. And she's got a face here. And what I want to do is just coat it. We're just going to do a base. Y'all seen me do this before, but we're going to, let's see what color here. What do I want to use? I like this. I haven't used this Jane Davenport paint. That's kind of cool. I mean, I have used it, but not recently. And I don't think she makes these anymore. But I just picked it up because of the color. But do I want this color? I really kind of like this a little bit dark. Let's try it. Let's just go for this. All right. So I'm going to water it down because I'm covering up the whole thing. A lot of times when I use acrylic paint in my color books, I'll do a solid color background with no water down. But if you're covering up any of the line work, you have to water down or you'll just be painting over your line work. All right, let's look at my water here. I'm going to water it down pretty well. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to wet the whole thing. Now I'll have to dry this with a heat tool and all that. All right, where's my brush? Where's that? Here. Okay, so now everything's real wet. So now I'm just going to give it a whole, swish over, if you will. It's just to have a base. And then we'll paint in it with watercolor, acrylic. Well, I don't know. I should have said maybe a mixed media, but I am going to do watercolor. So that's why I put that in the title. All right, so we'll have to let this, sit for a minute, and then I'll hit it with the heat tool. But I have another one done with blue already dry, so we could maybe start on that one. And also, this one's just watercolor with none of this action. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of drippy. Just kind of spritz it, maybe make some dots. We'll see. Sometimes that works, depending on, I don't want that streak down the middle. Let's kind of smooth out that right there in her face. I don't want a streak in her face. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to pull this aside, let this dry for a minute, then I'll hit it with the heat gun. But I have one already prepared. Can y'all believe it? Today we'll be using the swish technique. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I already did one and dried it. I need to get another piece of paper out here. Let's see. All right, so I already got another one done here with blue background, and it's dry, and I'm just kind of trying to smooth it out. You can roll it on the edge of your table to kind of get the bend out of it. Let's see, that's not a good edge there. It's got tape on it. I'm just trying to kind of flatten it out a little more. There we go. So there we go. So there's a base. And y'all seen in my color book flip throughs where I've either done painted the background a solid color with no water down, or watered down acrylic paint, which once dry is not going to move, right? So, you can do this with a base with acrylic paint and then go play in it with watercolor, pencils, which we'll probably get pencils out too. My pages are always mixed media. So, yeah. All right. If y'all have any questions, put it in caps. Hi, Lynn Heek. Let's see. So, hi, Judy. I'm trying to scroll. Put it in caps if you come in. Did we ever find out if Rahi was Raul or not? I don't remember. Raul has some different names, and I might have missed it. He or she might have said if it was Raul. Let's see. What's going on with Cat? It's with tornadoes. Right now, Cat, you are until noon. Okay. All right. Stay safe. Pray for your protection and that the storms diminish and not, be too severe. Hi, Karen Evans. Well, that's a great way to learn mixed media is using your color books. And then this one is especially nice. So get it out, B, and use it because it's watercolor paper. So it's thicker than, I'll do this same technique on Amazon paper. That's like thin copy paper. I'll still do it. It'll wrinkle and buckle sometimes, but you still learn things. Yeah. Did I say to you, Lucretia? All right, let's see. Well, you stay safe, Kat. We're gonna be thinking about you now. We want to make sure you're safe. Check in with us, Kat. Check in. Well, you're here. You're talking all the time anyway, but but stay safe. Don't stay here. And what about are you on your computer? Should you turn your computer off, or are you on an iPad or something? That's not going to be affected by the lightning, So I'm just reading what Kat's saying here. You're on the, should you get off the PC? Seriously, Kat? Should you shut down your computer and TVs, especially if there's lightning going on? I think you should. Yeah, I think you should. I think you should get off the PC and the TV, Kat. If you want to watch on the phone or iPad, you don't have to worry about links. We're not gonna ask you to put in links while you're in the middle of a thunderstorm. Just saying. So maybe you should shut down your computer. I know. I have surge protectors too, but I don't know. Sometimes, you just hope. You hope you got a good one. You know what I mean? I have surge protectors too, but sometimes you just, yeah, I knew what you meant, CB. I had a surgery protector. I knew what you meant. All right, so let's see here. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to kind of dampen my watercolors here. And we'll just play with it for a minute. And you can layer them up, just layer it up. And you got a nice background. And you got a base coat. And you got, the background. I spritzed it with water to make it look rainy. And then, for tinier details, we'll get in there with pencil. All right, let me see. I need a smaller brush. Let me get a couple small brushes here. I need to buy some more. I know y'all got thousands of brushes, but I love these little tiny brushes that are made for nails. And because they're really, I don't know. I just, some are thicker, some are thinner. I have a nice thin one sitting here somewhere. Where is it? All right, I'll just roll with this. Let's see. Dot said, I wish you would keep your storms over there. My garden was flooded halfway up. Eek. Well, we could say that you're sending your storms over here, Dot. All right. So I have no plans, no colors planned or anything like that. So I'm just kind of looking at it. And she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 5 cats here. And I do need to let me get some water in a thing here. Let me go get some water here. Hang on, because I'm not using a water brush today. I'm using actual water. Actual water. All right, so get my water. Get a paper towel over here. Paper towel. And some baby wipes, because I like to work with cleaning my brush with baby wipes. All right, let's see how we can get it all in here. Let's get it all in here. I don't need to really see the water. Put that right there. Get a couple baby wipes to clean my brush as I go. All righty, let's move this pink paint. Well, you know what? Maybe... No, I want to try to use watercolor as much as I can. All right, so let's see. Trying to decide what color I want the cats. Do I want them different colors? Do I want them pink? Do I want this to be like a lot of different pastel colors? Because we got all these colors, right? We might as well, let's see what we want to do. All right, I'll have to make a pink. Let's make a pink here. Let's do some magenta here. Let's get a nice magenta and some white over here. My white's pretty jacked up because I use it, just throw my brush in there. Okay, so I'll just get a nice little pink color here. Let's water this down. Let's move these brushes out of the way. There we go. All right. and it's going to be kind of tedious because it's tiny. Maybe I shouldn't zoom in again. Let's see. Let's try to zoom in again. There we go. That's pretty good. No. Janet, I don't know. Janet, I don't even want to know what you're gagging on. Just saying. I don't even want to know what you're gagging on. I might need a smaller brush. We'll see. So remember, the blue is not going to move because it's acrylic. It's not going to move. It's got a little arm there. But you got a nice base color to work on top of. So you got it like a tone, like how I work on tone tan paper when I'm doing portraits. You already have a mid-tone. Sip of water. Do I want to scroll back and see what Janet's talking about? Do I want all our cats pink? Or let's do a couple pink ones, maybe a light blue one, some different pastel colors. This cat's hanging on for dear life here. Doesn't this look relaxing though to you? Isn't it nice and chill? And you can go, you can layer it up. So like if this isn't dark enough, that's not dark enough, you can go back in here and, wait till it dries or settles in a little bit, and you can add another layer. You can, it's watercolors, you layer. Now I'll go in here with pencil and highlight. All right, let's see. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. He's got little whiskers too. We'll do that with details at the end there. Might have to get another bite of banana. All right, it's got a couple pink ones. Let's go ahead and do her ears. Let's do her ears kind of this. It's kind of a mauve color, if you will. Kind of a... And then her hair, we might make her hair blonde. because we made this one's hair teal, and we're going to go back to this one too. I'm still going to go back and forth between them. Okay. And we might do a giveaway with a couple of the pages out of the book. Because this is one of those books that I'm pulling out of. I'm not, my hardback books like the Hannah Carlson and those, hardback books like that, I don't take pages out of those. But when I deconstruct them like this, they're going to go in my binder, my 3-ring binder. All right, let's see. And I think I'll do some of her tights. Let's do her little tights, a pink background. Looks like she's got like kitty paws, cat paw tights. So we'll do the background here of her tights pink, and then the little paws, we can go in here, go on top of it with white Posca or pencil and do the little paw prints on the tights. All right. Are we still, let me do a test here. Is my chat moving, or y'all just sitting there enthralled? I know it's tiny. I can zoom in, but then we lose some clarity. This is probably good for now. Y'all let me know. Okay, and then we got these cats down here. There's a tail wrapped around her leg right there. Thanks everybody for stopping in. I think I want her rain boots to be like yellow, bright yellow. I'm going to squirt this all down again. Bright yellow. Like, what, wellies? Is that it, Dot? Wellies? She's going to have on some, and they have little cat faces on them. Everything's got cat faces on them, or cat paws. Hi, Ambient. Tina's riveting. Tina, well, you know what? I need to show, let's see, this is one of the boots right here. I need to show, Tina posted, I think, yesterday, or maybe it was this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, I don't know, a new picture. Let me look up her Instagram. If y'all posted some new coloring pages, tell me and I'll look them up. And I think I'll have her raincoat be yellow too. She's got some sleeves there, but I think maybe we'll make the sleeves like sticking out, like those will be like shirt sleeves sticking out behind the raincoat. The little sleeves, make them a different color. Now she can't be blonde because I gave her a yellow raincoat, so she'll have to have a different color hair. We'll see. Let's see, there's a pocket right there. Wellies, yeah. Okay, let's see. So it gives it some depth because of the blue underpainting. And that's a pocket right there. And then up in here's there's a sleeve, shoulder right there. I think this is supposed to be part of a hood. Like there's a raincoat's got a hood on it right there, I think. Okay. Then I'll do her sleeves a different color and her little bloomers there. Okay. What do y'all think? Let's see. So put a cat page not long ago, but now I'm working. Okay, and so I don't remember. Carrie, is that your Instagram name? So much glitter, is that your Instagram name? Because y'all know it's hard to find people on Instagram if you don't put their exact name in there. Let's see here. Let me go to search. So, yeah, there she is. So much glitter, Carrie. Okay, let's see what she did here. Oh, I don't know, but I like this collage. I liked it already. She did this little collage here. Let's show that. There's a little collage there, and it's gonna flash out. Y'all need to go over and follow people because my phone, it's so bright, but so much glitter. And then, oh, this might have been, I don't know, this might have been a collab because she's with somebody else. So that might have been a collab. I'm not sure. All right, let me see if I can find the color book page. Is this the one you're talking about? And what's that girl's name? Everybody's doing these color book pages, and I forget her name because I don't do them. These simple kind of, I say simple. They can be as complicated as you want to make them. I'm trying to get it so it doesn't glare. But what's her name? What's her name? The girl that does these. Is it the same person? I don't see it in the thing there. Well, there she is right there. And she's not that red. It's my phone. But she posted a picture of herself. So that's so much glitter, Carrie. And then let me go find Tina, who is Catacomic 64. Yes, I knew that. 2 days ago she did this one. I think I liked it over on Facebook. Leon's Journey by Kanoko Igusa. I know I'm not saying that right, but she used her polys. So that's Tina. And again, guys, it's really flashing out. You need to go over there and look at it. But just to shout y'all out, it's so much depth more. There we go. There we go. So much more depth when you go over there and look at it. So that's one of Tina's. Isn't that pretty? I love those flowers, Tina. And Tina is Catacomic 64. Anybody else? Anybody else? Let's see. Cozy coloring. Yeah, cozy coloring. Amelia Green. Okay. That wasn't the person I was thinking of. There's another one that does the cozy coloring, but I don't know their names. So, eek, Dee. Oh my gosh. So I told y'all have to go look because it's it does all right, come on now. My Instagram's freezing. The Wi-Fi in this room, that's why I have hardwired my computer. So it's not loading right now. So that's all I can do right this minute. So funny. All right, where did I do my here it is. Okay, let's go back here. All right, so we got a couple pink. I'll put in some teal color. I don't want to do her hair teal. I mean, I really want to do her hair teal because it'll fit with the whole balance of the pastel colors, but I just did her hair. Nah, we'll go ahead and do it teal anyway. Let's just go ahead and do it. I like these pop manga things to be kind of cartoony. You know what I mean? I like them to be bright and colorful and so and then we're going to add some other color on top of this. This is kind of like the base, the base of the piece here. But it's watered down so I can go over a lot of the line art. And you can also, make it thicker and get rid of some of the line art if you want to. All right, now let's see. And I got the umbrella. Look, the umbrella's a giant cat head. Look, it's a cat. I just noticed that. All right, let's see. So let's see. I got 2 more cats here to do. Got those 2 are pink. Let's do one cat the color of her hair here. Maybe this one that's peeking around the back here. There we go. Now I've got one more little cat right there. Cat, Cheshire cat of the cats. You do not be needing to put in links if you're. I'm still thinking about you being on your computer while you're in a thunderstorm, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, now her little bloomers and the sleeve cuffs could match her umbrella. So let's see what color. Will you have a favorite? Let's see. Lime green, maybe? Let's go with lime green. Let's go with the lime green here. Okay, we'll do her little bloomers. And we can darken it up so there's a contrast between the yellow and the green. We'll put some shade in there. We'll throw in some shade. And then her umbrella could be lime green too. And I'm going to brighten up the pink. I'm going to brighten up the pink. Okay, do I want that cat to be green? I think I do. Let's make them a little mix of blue and green there. Just a little bit darker green. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me, so I don't miss things you're asking or talking about if you're talking to me. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Did CK Chris come in? Hi, Chris. Angie. Laverne, did I say hi to you, Laverne? I think I did earlier. All right, now let's do the umbrella here. And we'll do the little details, the little spiky bits and the little, the division of the plastic there, the little lines. We'll do that a different color. We'll do some of that with, I'm going to get out my Langau gel pens. Let's get out the Langau gel pens. We should get those out. For some of these tiny details, get out the Langau. Okay, let's just get in here. We'll go back over that after a while. Don't lose this little eyeball there. Do the little nose a different color. The nose pink. So, oh, there it is. That's just this tongue there. This tongue in his nose. And the inside of his little ears can be pink. Need a brighter pink. Which we could put some brighter pink in there too with the gel pens. It's watercolor on acrylic paint. Acrylic wash. It's an acrylic wash all over the whole thing, and then I spritzed it with some water to give it those little wet dots. Let it dry, and then I also hit it with the heat gun, so it's really dry. And I just did a different one. We're going to work on a couple different ones. The other one that's still sitting over here drying, this is how it looks when it's starting out. See? So we'll dry this one and work on it too. And then I have one that's not based and just with watercolor. So we're working on 3 different ones. Okay, so Let's go back with some pink here. And I want to do his little, that's probably still wet. I should wait a minute. And there's a little flower right there. And some inside of his ears. And I should do this with the gel pen. But, all right, now let's do a, like sienna. Let's just get a nice sienna here. No, I don't want that to be wood. Let's make that plastic. What color do we want it? The little handle there. I guess it should be pink as well. Let's put that in there as pink. And we'll color her. She's going to be a pale girl, and then she'll probably have lime green eyes. Let's give her lime green eyes. Again, can go back in there with pens and pencils. I faint when you deconstruct. Well, I'm going to do a giveaway with some of them today, CK. Chris is in Mexico. I hope y'all are safe down there. Everybody here is all, with the storms here. All right, let's see. Let's do this. We can do her a sienna color, very pale sienna. Let's water that sienna down and do her a pale sienna. We'll go in there with pencil and stuff. It's gonna be mixed media. All my stuff's usually mixed media. So she'll have, because this girl, I did her with sienna too. So since she has the turquoise hair, maybe they're the same girl. Okay, we've got to let that all dry. And you have to, and I can't stress this enough, you really have to let everything dry really well before you go in there with pen or pencil. Because if I go in here with on this wet piece of umbrella with a pencil, it's just going to rip it, it's going to tear up the paper. You have to make sure everything's dry in between. Let's see me say. You faint after watching. Don't hit your head. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're gonna hit this with the heat gun. Well, no, I'll just move it over here for a minute. We'll come back. We'll come over here. This one for a minute. We'll go back and forth because I do need to dry that pink one. The pink one's still damp. All right, so let's see here what we want to do. And again, I'm gonna get out the Langau gel pens, and we'll probably use some pencil too. All right, so let's just get a little bit of, let's see. I think I want some more olivey green. I want this to be more olivey green here. And then I got my baby wipe here to wipe off. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do a little. I should get a thinner brush. Okay, so I got a line down there. Now I'm going to I want this watered down. I want this to just to be shaded here. Let's just go ahead and get this down here and then put some water. I should just re-wet it and then go in there with, let's just re-wet where I'm going to add some darker. So it'll kind of bleed, feather. I just want it to all feather out. There we go. Just feather it out. Good weather and safe there. Temperature up to 85. Oh, well, that's good. And I hope everything's, settled down with all the, I don't even want to say, anything going on down there. I don't want to be. You can't talk about that kind of thing, but you know what I'm talking about, all the danger things going on there. CK, I hope it's not in your area. And it may have settled down, it may have already because other things, other things in the news have taken the place of that, you know. So, just want you to stay safe. All right, so there we go. I'm just going to darken this whole leaf there, and just like, okay, go take an Angie nap. It's all right, Angie. All right, so I'm just going to wet this down with just water here in some of the edges. And then down the middle there, maybe up there a little. And then just get in there with some darker, kind of an olive green there. And then once that's down there, I can add more water if I want it to run, feather out some more even. We can go in here and add some veins and things with gel pens and pencil. I just want to get a variation of the colors in there right now. This needs a little less lines. It needs to be a little more feathery. There we go. So I'm just adding some water again. Don't mention I'm not. It's not okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. That's good to know. Oops. It's running out. I don't want it to run out. There we go. I'm trying to add water, but just stay in the leaves so that when I add the more green, it doesn't run outside of the. And I don't know. I might even paint the background, dark blue, black. I don't know yet. Or, we'll see. I didn't plan it too much, except to make at least one of the pages already prepped. But other than that, I didn't plan any colors and stuff. This girl we worked on last week or whatever it was, or I did last week. All right, so I just want some variation in the greens right now. All right, let's keep rolling here, and I'm going to go back and forth to the different pieces, and we can dry them. And I have the heat tool, so we can always dry things. Does it bother you when I go back over here? Should I have this over here so I don't have to cross over the top? I mean, my arms keeps going over the top. I don't know if that bothers you. Might bother some people. You don't know what bothers people. Not that I care too much, but I mean, I can move the paints on the other side. I can move the paints on the other side. All right, let's see. Let's get. But the water's on this side, so you don't have to see me dipping in the water constantly. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm dipping in the water. So how many any of y'all watch Survivor? Janet and I, like I said, I've been watching it since the beginning. And this is the 50th season celebration. And so they brought back people from other seasons. Of course, they didn't bring us back Boston Rob, but I think he's kind of like, I've had enough. I've been on it like 3 or 4 times. So, and he's got a whole life with Amber and those 4 girls that look just like Amber. Let's see. You love Survivor Hard House? Yes, Jane. And hi, Jane. Watercolor play. We're working out of the Pop Manga paint and ink book. You have this too, don't you? I think I saw you say to View when you were at View's channel that you had this. I don't think I've seen you work in it yet, but I think you have it. So we're working on that. Then we did a base coat here with the slate blue acrylic paint, watered down, washed down acrylic paint as a base. And then we did some watercolor on top of there. And then we got this one back here still drying, and I'll finish drying it with the heat tool in a minute. This one we just put a coat of pink on this one, and of acrylic as acrylic base. You have to have the acrylic base so it doesn't pick back up. See, I've not watched any of the survive. Well, I might have watched one somewhere on YouTube some years ago. So, are they doing a 50? Well, they haven't been doing it 50 years in Australia, though. So, all right, we've got to get this wet here. So, I'm just kind of re-wetting, picking up a little more green to make some splotches in the leaves. You do have the book, Jane? Okay. Lucretia says, does that book have, it's got watercolor paper. Yes, Lucretia. Well, I don't know how, what the quality of, but it's watercolor textured paper. I don't know if you can't hardly see it there. But it's a textured paper. Kind of like a mixed media textured paper. I don't know, what kind of quality of what, but it is textured watercolor paper so that we can get some watercolor effects. Okay, so now I'm just going back over the leaves here, picking up some green and just kind of getting some feathery parts in here. And it is one side. I did a flip of the book earlier. Y'all can go back and watch that later if you want. I did flip through the book. Darker. And I can add more and more layers, but you got to let them dry in between. I mean, even though it's watercolor color paper, you don't want it to pill. If you keep adding water over and over and over without letting it set or dry some in between, you're going to destroy your paper. It's going to pill. If you don't know what that means, it means it's going to like break down. It's going to break down and crumple up. Splotch. No, when I say swatch, oh, it says squat. Okay, I thought you said swatch because yeah, no, that would be like Bigfoot. Janet does swatches. And yeah, Bigfoot swatchy. Okay, so here we go. Let's just put some little more water here, and I'm dipping. When you see my hand go this way, I'm going for water. This way, it's going for the paint. Thanks everybody for being here. We'll do a giveaway here in a little bit. All right, let's do this last leaf here, and then we'll move on. Well, I might do a little bit on the rhino, the hippo. Another little bit of, and it's just fun to chill and layer and play and, use your mixed media and whatever. Because y'all know that's what I like to do. Let's just put a little bit of shadow up under his little foot there. I'm not really a watercolorist person. That's not my favorite thing to do. Like Janet's real good at watercolor. I just kind of like it as a base and some little bit of shading and stuff for other things. you know. But I really don't do watercolor paintings. I have done a couple. I've shown y'all Brad's boots. Here, it's hanging up. Well, I'll grab it real quick. This is probably the last, well, I don't say it is the last watercolor painting, but it's one of the ones. I've done this one for my mother. Well, my mother-in-law, when her Hubster's dad passed away and his mom remarried years later to a man named Brad. And when Brad passed away, this may be too close. I might have to back up the camera. We'll see. I got this painting back, but I did this for Brad. Let me see what year was it? 1993. So I did this painting in 1993 for Brad for his birthday, and he has these old work boots, and Mom, Hubster's mother, snuck the boots out for me so I could do a painting of them one night after he'd already gone to bed. And so this was his birthday present that year, 1993. So these are it's called Brad's Boots, in a frame in glass, and I have it hanging in my hall. But so yeah, that's Brad's Boots. And that's all in watercolor. And I did that in, like I said, 1993. So yeah. So I have done some watercolor, but it's not my favorite. Okay. Hung that back out in the hall. So after Brad passed away, Mom gave it back to me. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Now let's go ahead and I need to get some fresh. Let me get some clean water. This is getting green. I should have 2 buckets of water, one for clean water, one for cleaning my brush. Okay. Now let's add a little more dimension to the hippo. Let's see. Desert Nails. Hi, Tracy. Hi. Who's your mama? Debbie. Janet's rubbing off on me. I need clean water. CB. All right, so I'm going to go back into this mixture I made here earlier of some kind of a magenta color. And I have my, kind of tap down here. If I get it too much or too dark, I can. All right, but I think what I'm going to do is get a bigger brush. I'm going to get a little bit bigger brush because I want it to be feathery looking, just like this. All right, so I'm going to get a bigger brush here and just kind of wet down. Uh-oh, I got into the leaves there. I got to be careful. Otherwise, we'll have a green hippo here. Let's just see right there. See how it's leaking into the, I just want a little bit of, see, I want it to feather, but I want the feathering to stay in the hippo, not go into the leaves. There we go. Okay, let's get all this wet here. And it's going to need another layer, or some more pencil, or we'll see what we do with the gel pen. And some more color here. We'll color this one and some magenta and some little white. Oops. Oop, it's a little dark. Okay. All right, we'll let that sit. Let that sit for a minute. Just let it in there a little bit darker. Okay, let's see. Said hi to Tracy, Judy. Said hi to Debbie. Whose paint are you using? Riri, it's different ones. It's there's all different ones in here. I don't want that to drip through. Some are M. Graham. Some of the Jane Davenport and the Prima little sets. No, I don't think any of those are in this set. No, I take that back. The Prima and my Jane Davenports that I deconstructed, they're in here. Okay, these are like M. Graham and Daniel Smith. And this row down the middle, I'll do a little thing here for y'all. Down the middle here are what was her name? Janet, can you think of her name? Not Jane Davenport, the one that's the Daniel Smith artist that made a set. She made a set of paints and in tubes, and I've used up all the tubes. And this is like pretty much all I have left down the center there. Jean Haynes, thank you. Yeah, Daniel Smith has an artist set of watercolors by Jean Haynes, and that's this set right down here. They come in tubes, and I just squeezed them out. They reactivate. Let me go ahead and get them wet again, and I'll show you the colors that come in the Jean Haynes set. I love that set. If I was going to get any one set of Daniel Smith, other than, I mean, you need some basic colors, but if you're going to buy a specialty set, I need another piece of something to work on because this is too thin. Let's see here. Hang on. Let me get a piece of cardstock over here somewhere. So let's see. Yeah, here we go. Some 110 weight cardstock. Okay, so I love that set. So these are Daniel Smith, some M. Graham, and then all the sets, those little containers that Prima came out with, Jane Davenport came out, and Janet did the same thing. She took all of those out of those little containers, and she put hers in a big wood set. Oh my gosh, she'll have to show it to you again. She has a nice big wood set that she put them in. Well, she has a few different ones, but she took them out of there too. And so what I did is, because I had like, I don't know, 8 of them, 10 of them. I don't know how many there were. The Prima had the woodland set, the nature set, the green set, the blue set. Jane Davenport had 3 different sets. She had her gold box, the teal box, and the light teal color box. And I wasn't using them. They were getting just, I don't know. It was time to move them out. Okay. Time to Janet's freaking watercolor hoarder. So I took all those sets because we had determined that the Prima set and the Jane Davenport sets were all the same. So we took them all out of those little boxes and the little pans, the little individual pans. And I got 2 different Meaden boxes, one for cool colors, one for warm colors. So here's all my cool colors I'm sorry, I got them backwards. Here's the warm colors. The warm colors are all, and I haven't used it too much to make it too big of a mess. I've just kind of dabbled in here because I seem to always gravitate toward this, as you can see. I gravitate toward this. But here's the warm colors of all the Jane Davenport and Prima little palettes, if you will. Now, these aren't the Jane Davenport, what are they called? The ones that are in, like these. I have some of these too. The layer cakes. Jane Davenport also has these layer cakes, color wheels. And they're kind of more of a gouache kind of thing. And then this one is the cool colors. So there we go. So, but we took them all apart out of the Jane Davenport and the Prima little sets and made sets like this. But again, this is more or less to have rescued all those because I was using them all the time. And so those sets were rescued into here. I still seem to gravitate toward these are the nicer paints. These are more expensive. The Daniel Smith and the M. Graham. So, all right. So let me show y'all the Jean Haynes. Okay, so the Jean Haynes. Is this wet enough down in there? All right. So these are the Jean Haynes colors. They're stunning. Okay, and I can't tell y'all the names. You can buy them individually, I'm pretty sure, from Daniel Smith, but I don't remember the names of them because I'm not keeping track of products. So that's kind of like a midnight blue color, kind of a purpley blue. This one is more of a Payne's gray. If I put a name, that's not what she calls them, but that if I'm putting a name to it. I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see them a little better too. But it's called the Jean Haynes, and I'm not sure if they still have it or not. I think all these are that set. And they're tubes. They're little tubes. I mean, you may be able to get bigger tubes, but I got the set with the little tubes. Came in a little box, little tubes. I squeeze them out into my palette I use all the time. And a Janet's wooden box. Oh, okay. There you go. Y'all look at that later. Janet's wooden box building. Yes, for sure. Yes. And Riri, they are very vibrant. So let me see if I can kind of get them up here for y'all. But they're just awesome colors. They're just a little shade different. You know what I mean? They're just a little bit different than your standard colors. So, and then of course that's a vibrant hot pink. Okay. Which I should probably be using on my hippo. But anyway, so there we go. That's the Jean. Let me keep this because I always forget her name too. Daniel Smith. Okay. All right. So those are like just right down the middle because I didn't have room for more half pans, or I would have put those paints in half pans and put them down the middle, but it won't fit. So there we go. All right, let's go back now. Let's go ahead and dry this. Hang on. I'm gonna dry everything. Let me just dry everything real quick. And if you want less buckle and wrinkle, dry the back as well. It's a little blobby right there. And you want it 100% dry before you go in there with pencil or pens or anything. Oh, thanks, Patty, and hi. Okay, I've got this dry. Let me just go ahead and do the other ones. This one's probably already dry, but I'm just going to make sure. Again, this has a acrylic wash base. And then the pink one, same thing. This is an acrylic base. Hi, Shelly. And Angel. Hi, Angel. Is that Orla? Yeah. Hi, Orla. It's always good to see you when you pop in. It's always good to see you. So we're working on 3 different pieces. So this is an acrylic. And you can roll it out and flatten it out and roll it on the edge of the desk and, get it less rolled because I, washed the whole thing. Same thing for this one. Wash the whole thing. And now we're working on top of this one. I'm going to go back to this one now. And then this one, there's no background. It's just watercolor on the page. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we want to do next. I think we'll work on this one a little more. I'm going to put a little bit more paint, and then we're going to go in back to I want to go in with the Langau. It's LANQ, or is it GUO? I never pronounce it right. No, I don't. And I looked it up. We looked it up one day. And how do you pronounce it? And I don't remember how it was pronounced. So anyway. But I'll show them to you here in a minute. Okay, let's see. I want to do a little bit more of let's go back up here with just a little bit darker green up under here, up under the top of the umbrella. And it's a cat. See his little head there? A little bit of water. Just give it a little bit shadow where the top is like shading over her head. Okay, then we'll put a little bit more green. The cuffs. And her little bloomers down here. And then this one cat is green. Hi, Tracy. That's what changed when you upgraded. Okay. Well, yeah, YouTube's been giving us different names or our original names. And I went in and I think, who was it? Was it? No, it was, no, I don't remember who said how to go in. I did. I went in to change it back from Inky Well. Because here I'm Dee Dee Willingham. Y'all can see I'm on StreamYard. But when I go to other people's channels, it reverts back to my original name on YouTube, Inkywell, INKIWELL. So I went in there and I went down where it says you can change your name and blah, blah, blah. Went down there. So I put in Dee Dee Willingham. It said that name's already taken. It's taken by me, but it wouldn't let me change it to Dee Dee Willingham because that name's already taken by me. So I don't know. Anyway, so I just left it Inkywell. Yeah, I know, right, Lucretia? All right, let's see. Let me just go in here with a little bit of let's go with this color turquoise here. Add a little bit. Let's see if that's yeah, it's a little bit darker, not too much. I think I'll wait and just go in there with pen and pencil and some Langau. All right, so I'm going to let this sit here. Let's go. We haven't done anything else on this one yet, except now that it's dry, we can go in here and do some stuff on here. And got all these are bows here, and I wanted the bows pink, and I wanted him pink. I don't really want her that pink, but so let's see what we can do. Maybe we'll make her blonde because the other two we already have so much yellow in the up against her hair here and the coat was yellow that I couldn't do her hair yellow. So I'm making these very pop manga-esque colors. You know what I mean? They're vibrant, bright colors, and so that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and do her hair yellow. And a little bit of sienna in there. A little bit of shadow in there. Shadow under the axolotl. It's too dark. She has a braid. Should use a bigger brush. I'm just scruffing along with this little tiny thing. All right, let's see. Now let's go ahead and do him a little bit. And again, I'm going to kind of go in here. Let's go in with some of that bright Jean Haines stuff. Let's get in there with some of that, along with some of this magenta that's already here. Let's just water it down a little. Let's see what we can do. His fins, I might do his fins a different color, and his hair. I might do those a different color. Let's go on his ears here. Let's make it a little bit more soft. That's another fin or a wing. It's kind of looks kind of like a bat wing fin. Little nose there. Let's get under his little. There we go. I have a question. Is what can I use to preserve writing on a chalkboard? Shelley, you could probably well, I don't know about preserving it, but there's chalkboard paint. You could do the chalk, the writing with chalkboard paint. But I don't know about, how you'd have to really test it, spray it with a fixative, to test it. But then if you spray it with a fixative, you're probably going to ruin your chalkboard, which I don't know that you care. I don't know what's your base? Is it actual chalkboard? You're saying chalk marker writing. Is it acrylic? What kind? Does it move when it's dry? Shelley, does it move when it's dry? The chalk marker, does it, after it dries, is it waterproof? That's what I want to know. If it's waterproof, then you could spray it with the fixative probably, but whatever, you're going to ruin the chalkboard itself. Hi, Tori. I think I'm going to give her teal eyes. Whoops. Let's keep it in the eyes. And again, we'll go in here with highlights, dark and black and white and other things, but she's going to have teal eyes. And I think he'll have teal fins. Or bat wings, whichever they are. They kind of look like bat wings. This one over here in particular. And I think I want the bows all different colors. I think I want the bows to be all different colors. You know, all bright and colorful. Trying to decide. Let's see what kind of blue do I want. A nice, no, I don't want that darker blue. Maybe it's too black. It's too Payne's gray. Let's try a purple. Let's go here with the purple. There we go. Let's go with the purple. Let's do a couple purple bows. Is her arm, is her arm cut off? Is that another bow? I don't know. I'm going to make it a bow, but I don't know if that's supposed to be like a bow that's on, you know, on a different, you know, the plane is bent. You know what I mean? Like, let's see. My daughter wrote on it for my husband. Oh, and wants to hang it up and does not want. Okay, so the writing to change her color. Okay, so is the chalk marker waterproof? That would be my first question, Shelley. If the chalk marker is like an acrylic, that's once it's dry, it's waterproof. Under her chin. You mean you think that's part of a bow under her chin, but there's no dots on. There's like these dots here. I mean, look at it. Looks like her arm's cut off. Her shoulder. We're going to have to do something about that. There's a little bow on that hair there, but this one's, you know. Yeah. Because if it's gonna get, if it will move if you spray it with a fixative, then why spray it with a fixative? It's gonna wet, you know, especially on a slick chalkboard. I don't know. That's a tricky one. That would be if any of y'all know, or leave it in the comments. Okay, that brush, I'd really smash that brush. Let me get another brush. I got zillions of brushes. I don't need to keep working with one that's kind of, you know, messed up. Let's see what this one. There we go. It looks like someone. I know, right, Tina? I just like it. I didn't like that. So let's see. No, that's two. That one's two. I need a small pointy brush. Hang on. I have them. I just got to dig them out. Let's see. That one's two. Liner. Hang on. What's that one? Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. And I'll probably have the dots all be white. Nice bright white dots. But the thing about having a base like this, it gives it more depth, you know, in the overall scheme of things. I just Googled it. It says to use a spray fixative. Don't spray it up close. First coat far away. Okay. Use matte. Of course, yeah, use matte fixative. Okay, thanks, Janet. There you go, Shelley. I can't say that I've ever really done any chalkboard. You know, I've done tons of murals, but that's all with acrylic. What time is it? Okay. Do a giveaway here shortly. Thanks everybody for being here. Lurkers, hang around if you want to be in the giveaway. You can lurk and still be in the giveaway. You just have to be willing to give me your address if I don't have it already, so I can send it to you. All right, so now let's maybe do one up here. And I do go a little faster on stream than I would if I was just doing it by myself, but I'm trying to get as much done as possible, you know, on stream. Show different techniques and different things you can try. And don't forget, I do have a color book playlist. If you want to see a few hundred coloring videos, it's all different things: pan pastel, acrylic, different color pencils, neo colors, you know, mixed media, everything. Okay. And maybe this one up here. We'll just space them around. Should do his hair teal too. He's got little hairs. Oops, got the wrong color there. He's got little hairs poking out of his head there. Got some green in there. Yeah, hang on. Let me get a fresh purple. There we go. So if y'all miss, I'm going to show Logan's thing again, because he knows how much I like Survivor. If y'all weren't here a minute ago, well, a few minutes ago. Oh, thank you, Kat. Kat, how's the weather looking? Are you still thunderstorming, Kat? How's it looking? Let's see what she says. What did CB say? Did you got your last giveaway? I will use the creams in my skin. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, CB. Okay, let's see. I don't see Kat answering yet about the storm. All right, let me show you all this real quick. It's only 10 seconds or whatever.
Okay, so man, Logan and I are joking. He's trying on different shirts in his room, and he tried this shirt on.
Come on in. Once again, community's back up for grabs.
It's a Jeff Probst shirt that he wears in Survivor, and so that's what Logan was pretending to be Jeff. All right, I'm going to show it again.
Okay, so man, Logan and I are joking. He's trying on different shirts in his room, and he tried this shirt on.
Come on in. Once again, community's back up for grabs.
I love that so much. Being Jeff Probst, I know. He's got quite the personality. He's the wrestler. He's the wrestler I show y'all all the time. He's the wrestler. Is that a different purple that I just used? I'm not sure. It looks like a different purple. Maybe. Anyway, but I think he does all the filming and stuff for his high school. he and some of his friends, they do the filming and the different things for the school. And so I think Annie says she's going to give him some acting lessons this summer, or throughout the rest of the year while there's no wrestling. She's going to do give him some acting lessons. They're out in LA. Let's see. So hi to Tori Hardhouse. Who else am I missing? Okay, so I think that purple is a different purple. I think I don't remember which purple I was using. Was it this purple? No, it had to be that purple. I don't have that many purples right there. Maybe it's just that I have watered it down so much on the other ones. Well, that's okay because I'm not going to do purple right now anyway. Okay, so let's go back with the teal and put some of that in his hair here. He's got these little wild hairs. So we'll do some of that. Hear the geese out there? Okay, let's do a little darker here. Is this fun? Are y'all having fun? I'm having fun. Well, we're gonna get into throwing some shade here in a minute. So let's see. I'll do her eyes real quick here. Let me dry everything. Well, maybe I'll do one more color of bows. Maybe some. Do I want orange or do I want red? Pink. Oh, do I want maybe this kind of a darker magenta red color. Let's do that. Let's start here. There's another fin right there. I've got to get in there. Got to get in there with the teal again. Can you hear the geese? All right. Hi, Al. Did I say hi to you, Ellen? I think I did earlier. Okay. All right, one more. Let's do this top one here. Just spacing them out in thirds. Janet, have you read any more of the book? I haven't read any more since we talked, but I was hoping we'd catch up to the same point since you had company, Janet and I are both reading the same mystery where you're supposed to solve the mystery. All right, let's see. Let me go back over here to a little bit of this teal color in this little fin thing here, right? It's part of it. Oh, this is arm. His arm turns into a fin, I think. Now there's another arm there. So this is one of those fins. Bat wings or fins. Is there another one over there? No. Okay. A couple more hairs there. Okay, let's see. Hi, View. Anybody else I missed coming in? We're doing 3 different pages at once, View. Okay, let's see. I think we gotta get in there with some lime. Gotta get in there with some lime green. We're doing them all nice bright colors. I'll do this lime green, then we'll do the giveaway. And I'll pick out some pages, and then you can pick from those pages. I can't let y'all pick from the whole book. We'd be here all day. But I'll pick a few pages, and then we'll do 2 US and 2 international. Let's see. The only book that it's not the only book, but one of the books that I don't deconstruct is my Cute and Creepy that I've done for 4 or 5 years that I'm eventually going to finish filling up, you know. Let's do 2 here and then 2 another color. My Cute and Creepy, I'll go pull the Cute and Creepy book because that's one that I don't deconstruct. I don't deconstruct all my books, believe it or not. And I've been working on the Cute and Creepy book for some years. I think I might have done one outside of October, but I work on it during October because during October I do my couple things that I do in October. I do my collage pumpkin every year, and I do Inktober. And I think I'm going into year 12 or 13 for Inktober every year. And y'all seen I made posters the last 3 or 4, maybe 4 out of the last 5 years. I've done posters. But so I do my Cute and Creepy. I think I'll give him green eyes. I do Cute and Creepy. I only work in that book during October. All right, now let me go ahead and do these last 3 bows. Let's see. What color do I want? A nice. I don't want any more teal. Got the teal there and there. But I think I will do this little bow teal. This one in her hair because it just brings the teal down here. And I'm just not sure what that's supposed to be. I'm going to color it blue and I'm going to turn that into a bow. I'm not sure what that is. It was just a bow on an angle, but anyway. All right, so let's see. Then those last 2, do I want them orange maybe? No, because it's going to start looking too red, yellow, orange. It's going to be looking too. What color do I want? A regular blue? Maybe just a regular blue, watered down. Let's see. We'll go with that. No, that's too dark. Let's lighten that up. No, it's not the right blue. It needs to be a brighter blue. There we go. Let's go with that. It has to be a little bit brighter blue, so it's not conflicting with the teal. This Cute and Creepy cart needs purchase. Oh, you got the Cute and Creepy. I'll show you my Cute and Creepy. Hang on just a second. Let me do this last 2 bows. And then I'll go get, this is too much of the color like the teal color. It's not quite blue enough. Well, I'm going with it now. We can always go over it with a pencil. Make it more blue. With pencil. It's just taking a minute to go around all these little dots. But I want to do the dots white. White polka dots on all of them. Okay. All right, let's do this last one. Well, it would be the one that's right next to the teal. That's okay. I'll go grab my Cute and Creepy, and then we'll do the giveaway. Then we'll go in with some Langaus and some pencils. on the three different pieces. And then I will post them as I finish them. That's my usual rule. I post them when I finish them on Instagram. All right, there we go. I still haven't done her skin, but I might just do her skin in pencil. And he needs a little more color. All right, we're going to stop for a minute. All right, let me go run. I'm going to do let's do a BRB with my new BRB. Where is it? Here it is. Isn't that pretty? All right. I have to do a little more detail on it, but we just did that this morning too. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so we'll do a quick flip through cute and creepy. Then we'll do the giveaway. Go move back one here. Come on, mouse. Okay, so this is the one that I've been doing for, I'm not sure how many years. Let's see, what year did it come out? In the back, I think. Came out in 2020. So either 2020 or 2021, I've been working in this book. Only in October. Only in October. So I'm going to flip through for you. So let's see. Am I missing anything? Devin, hi Devin. Excuses lazy. Don, let's see. Okay. All right. If y'all missed anything, you'll have to go back. So, and it's all different things. Some is, a lot of it's acrylic. Like this isn't a full-on acrylic wash, kind of like we did with this and with this that we're, still working on. And then you go back and see how I've gone in here with pencil and probably some Posca whiskers and stuff. So, and then, a lot of it's acrylic background. This is stencil in the background. Is it too bright? No, maybe not. I think it's okay. This one is just showing how, I've never finished this one, but it was a demo on just doing the wash, the acrylic wash, washing it with acrylic. And so it doesn't matter if you get some and mix it up, and then I'm going to do the background was going to be all this. It takes a long time. And then here's going over the top with on his hair there, some details. There's some little scales. Am I getting that in the paint there? I think I should move that paint over a little more. There we go. Yeah. Again, stencil background. So, acrylic paint. The thing about acrylic paint, y'all know, see that white pencil? See how that can go over, because it goes over acrylic paint. Everything goes over acrylic paint, when you want to blend like that. Now, one exception to that, I would not use your alcohol markers. Do not use your alcohol markers over acrylic paint. You can, but you're going to more than likely dry out your alcohol markers. And that applies to Sharpies too. If you go over acrylic paint with alcohol markers or Sharpies, you can use your you can use your acrylic markers, your Poscas, your acrylic markers. That's fine to go over acrylic, but you're going to you're more likely to ruin your alcohol markers if you go over acrylic paint with that. So, oh, maybe I should hold some up so you can kind of see some detail. Again, this one's a watercolor wash, and then gone in with pencil and details. The backgrounds here are black, flat black acrylic paint with no watered down. But y'all know the little thing I always show y'all about going over a pencil, and it's probably under here. But let me get a white pencil because I can do it right here. Because this is acrylic paint, you can go over. Look how easy you can go over this. You can't, if this was painted black with black color pencil, you cannot do this. Okay. But because it's black, flat black paint, you can do that. Okay. So there's little bees and a little steampunk girl. I might need to turn it. It did flash out a little bit. Let's turn the brightness down just a tad. There we go. There we go. That's better. Bye, Chris. Thanks for stopping in. Y'all go follow CK. Let me click on her here. So go follow. She's been doing more videos and lives as she can. You know, she's a very busy teacher. But there we go. Follow her on IG, and yes, kind of like a chalkboard. Yeah, Justine. But it won't wash off with touching it with a pencil. So, and I made him like he just bit something, but I gave him that's a little too much biting. And then all the lace here, that's all done with Posca. It does take a while to do these backgrounds because it's like doing wallpaper. You know what I mean? And I love my Yetis. I love my little Yetis, and I gave them underarm hairs. And all the little hairs are done with the Posca. So you can see I have plenty more to do. Every year I have plenty to do because I usually do just a couple every, 2 or 3 at the most every October because I'm doing Inktober at the same time, and then this is just a big swish of watercolor there. Okay, see, it takes a long time to do these backgrounds. And then my Bride of Frankenstein and my little scientist. I love my scientist. I like her glasses with the glare on her glasses. And her hair turned out good, too. The little ghosty, the smells or whatever coming out of her beaker. So... Thanks, Alan. Creature from the Black Lagoon, spoof, little pirate, and all this is paint, white paint, and done with the different, with the baby wipe and stuff like that. Little dragon. Oh, something stuck here. What'd I do? Oh, I had some liquid pearls. It didn't pull on it, but you got to be careful with dimensional stuff. So I did put some liquid pearls collar on him and some in the background there. So, and that's stencil as well. I stenciled his body. The pink ghosty. And the skellies. It's cute and creepy. And then my little cat who kind of got lost in the coloring there. And then my mummy, she's just all monochromatic. Oh, good, Tori. That was quick. Oh my gosh, all the way to Ireland already? I think yours was one of the first ones I mailed out last week, but still, that's good, Tori. I'm glad. You're welcome. And then I like the little birds here. Straw. I try to make her hair look like straw. The zombie kids. Medusa. And that's all stenciled on top. Stenciled on her face, stenciled in the background. And this is one of my favorites. I love this one. And I love the lace with the Posca and all the little spikes. Love those. This is one of my favorites. Yeah, yeah, but you got to be careful if you leave them in the book. And this was just a little practice one. So, yeah, so I've been working in this one every October for some years in between Inktober and my collage pumpkins that I do every year in October. I love October. I love doing my, Inktober and everything. And I don't know if I want to do a poster again this year. I've done 4 posters, and I know y'all see my posters a zillion times. I need to get clean water here. But I love my Inktobers, which, like I said, I've been doing for 12 or 13 years, I think. I'll show y'all. Yeah, see, now y'all want, I gotta show let's back out for a minute. I gotta show some Inktober poster now. Hang on. They're right here. Here's one. Here they are. I don't know if this is all of them or. And I don't know if they're in order. But for the longest year, for quite a few years, I just did an ink drawing a day. That's what Inktober is. You do a drawing every day. And then I did a thing where I'm going to make posters, and I'll post on Instagram. I'll post one drawing that you see on the big poster. I'll post one drawing from it every day, and they're all on Instagram. And you don't get to see the whole poster until October 31st. So you have to kind of imagine this first year I'm going to show you was 2020, and it was called Inktober, like an insect. And I would post, like, let me just see if I can get, like, one, you'd see that on Instagram. And the next day you might see that one. And then the next day you might see that insect. I just, close up and crop it every day. And then on the 31st, you get to see the whole poster, which was Inktober. So this was 2020 Inktober. See, I'm already looking forward to October, and it's March. I haven't even put in my garden yet, But anyway, so that was Inktober. That was 2020. I think 1 year out of the last 5, I did not do a poster. And let's see, is this 2020? It's 23. Let's see, what's this one? This one is 25. This one I think was 20. What one is this one? This is 24. Where's the signature? There it is, 24. And this one, I think this one was 20. I don't know. Maybe there's one missing. Maybe I don't have them all. This is 2023. So this was Inktober. So and look how big it is. They're 22 by 30. So they're poster size. Oh, you found some Camilla books at Ollie's. Good for you, Christina. So this one, it's all done with it's ballpoint pen. These are all drawn with ballpoint pen. just a big ballpoint pen, and then the dark ink is a dip, ink, painted ink. But it's all drawn. They're all drawn with the ballpoint pen. Okay. So this was Inktober. Oh, thank you, Sue. Sue, I'll send you out a panda sticker. Let me write you down. Thank you, Sue, for supporting the channel. Thank you. I appreciate all of channel support. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, and I do have Sue's address. So if I don't know if I have your address, I'll tell you. I don't remember if I have your address, especially my Christina's. I have like 5 Christinas, so I always want to make sure I get the right Christina. So this one was ink. See how, look at the scribbles there. See how it's all done with the ballpoint pen? Can you see the scribbles? So, all right. So there's Inktober, and there's 31 things. And then on the last day, you get to see the whole, you don't get to see the whole poster till the last day. All right. Then the next one was 24, and that was Ink Farmtober. Again, you always see like one little creature a day. Like that might be the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th. You don't get to see the whole thing until the end of the month. So this one was Ink Farmtober with the barn. It's got my little Amish couple, down there. And Janet likes the cow. So that was Ink Farmtober. I like the rooster. And then last year, 2025, we did Inktober. Now, I've done Inktober before with just individuals' drawings. I think it was my 1st or 2nd year. I did all sea creatures for Inktober, and it was Inktober, but they were individuals. They weren't on a poster. Well, this year I did them all on a poster. So here's Inktober, and everything's done in C, So you can see that you can, on here, see the scribbles? That's all done with ballpoint pen. And then on the last day, which it takes me a hot minute, I color in all the background I paint it in with the black ink. So it does take a minute to fill in all the background. It does take a minute to do that. So there's a ship and all the different ones. So anyway, I've done that for 4 years out of the last 5. And but everybody seems to like it when I do the posters, but it is a minute to do those. Okay, so now let's go to do our giveaway. Then we'll go back to working on a few more minutes on the what do you call it, on the pictures. All right, so let's see here. All right, let's find the book. Here's the book. All right, so I'm going to pick out 4 pictures, and then we'll do a giveaway, 2 US, 2 international. And I did get me some more white envelopes. I got a big box this time. Look, I got a mama jump so I don't run out. There's the Walmart pinning gear. All right, so let's get out 4 envelopes, and I will put in a piece of cardstock to make it a little stiffer. And I'll give y'all and I've told y'all this tip before when sending out these kind of things. Let me get 4 sheets of this heavy cardstock, as long as it bends. Okay, but it will protect the piece. It'll protect the page. This is like 110 weight cardstock. But people say, well, why don't you put some cardboard in there so that it doesn't bend? I'll tell you why you don't do that. And this is for anybody that does mail outs. If you put in this is fine because it bends, right? So that when you put your whatever in there, it bends. If you put cardboard in, it won't bend. And then it's considered a package. instead of an envelope. This might cost me $3 to mail. If I put cardboard in there, it's going to cost me 10, maybe more, depending on where in the world it goes. You see, so if you're doing mail outs, you want to, let me just go ahead and put a piece of cardboard in each one. I mean, cardstock in each one while I'm sitting here. So when you do mail outs, if I do a commission or something, it's going in a priority envelope where I'm paying $10 to get it there safe. Where in the United States, I don't do international commissions anymore because I've had a couple lost, so I don't do international commissions anymore. But anyway, I said all that to say, any commissions I've done, I put them in a priority envelope and pay for a priority safety, and so I can put cardboard in those so they're nice and stiff and they don't bend. But when I do something like this, it's gonna be considered a package. Is Raul here? Everybody, Raul comes out. But Raul's at the health clinic till June. So, if he's here, we're happy to have him. But if he doesn't make it, so hi, Fire Horse. So anyway, just FYI, if you do any kind of mail outs, don't make them so that you can't bend them, because then it's considered a package. Okay, so I got 4 here ready to go. So let me just set that aside for a minute. All right, I'm picking out, and I'm gonna just get my, look away, Angie. I think Angie went to take a nap. So I'm gonna pick out 4 pages, and I like the mermaid, the narwhal. That's a good one. And I've done a whole bunch of mermaids and narwhals. And it is perforated, but it's going to take me as long to get right on the perforation as it would to cut it, I think. Maybe not. So I'm going to pick out the 4 that I want to do for giveaways. Let's see, got to get it started. There we go. And then you get to pick whoever's closest, US and then international. Whoever's closest can pick which one they want. That one's kind of complicated. I don't want to give somebody something that's going to go, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to color that. That one's cute too. This one's good. All right, I'll give a cat away. I'm trying to be careful with the perforation. Put the knife away. All right, and then how about the elephant one? I think Views colored this one. I think Views colored that one, or is coloring that one. Okay, there we go. There's 4. 2 US, 2 international. I've already flipped through the book. You'll have to go back and look at it. I flipped through it, I think, twice today. All right, so it's going to be 1, 2. Let me just put numbers on them. Hang on. This will be quick. I don't want to cover up the picture too much. Okay, well, I'll be up here. All right, so just give me a minute. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, now let me get my iPad. Where did I bring it in here? No, I brought it in. All right, let me go get it. No, wait, is it over here? I thought I brought it in. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Hang on. Let me get up random.org. Don't do anything yet. All right. So I don't remember. I think we did US first last time. So we'll do international first this time. All right. International. And I don't remember. So 1 to 100, and then you'll get to pick the first 2 people. Wait till I type and go. Don't put any numbers in yet. The first 2 people closest without going over, then you can pick, and I'll show them again in a minute. Okay. All right. Let me bring up my random. Random.org, and our little number generator right there. Okay, wait till I type in go. International only. International only. First 2 people closest without going over. Then we'll do USA. Yeah, make sure you have live chat selected so you can see all the chat. We'll see it and the mods will see it and we'll see it, but you have to have live chat selected for you to see all the chat. Okay. Okay, there you go. One number only, 1 to 100, one number only. There you go. Let's see here. Pick up some of this stuff while we're sitting here. Get a sip of my lemon water. And then, yeah, I'll just kind of do a little bit of, I'll get the land gals out for a couple of minutes and just do a little detail, maybe a little pencil detail. I know y'all see me do a gazillion color pencils, so that's not really a new technique to do, but I'm doing it over the top of the watercolor, so I kind of want to just show a little bit of that. And same thing for the Langal gel pens. And I'm sure Kat's already put in a link, but if not, she'll probably put one in after the giveaways. All right, I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, a 3. Don't dilly-dally dawdle or lollygag. 1. Hit the enter if you have not hit the enter to put your number in. Okay, here we go. First 2 people closest to 74 without going over. 74. Oh, I don't want to put that on there. Let's see. Hang on. 74 without going over. 74 without going over. All right, let's go back. 2 people closest. It looks like Tori had 61. Tori, and who's the next one? Is it Dot with 58? Is it Tori and Dot? Y'all let me know. Oh, Joanne had 69 and Tori had 61. Okay, hang on. Let me write this down. All right. Joanne, because Joanne is the closest, so she gets to pick first. Joanne had 69. That's the closest to 74. And Tori had 61. Okay. So Joanne, you get to pick first. You ready? All right. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Oh, you already know you want 4? Well, let me show them to you one more time just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So do you want 4? You want the elephant? Okay, so I think she wants the elephant. Okay, so Joanne. Whoops. Joanne. Okay. All right, so Joanne's got the elephant. So I'm not going to put it in there yet, but I might have to trim down I might have to trim just a little tiny bit off the top to get it to fit in the envelope. Okay, so there's one for Joanne. All right, Tori, what do you want? 3, 2, or 1? Which one do you want, Tori? Tori wants 3. Okay, so Tori wants 3. Okay. All right, there we go. We got the international girls done. Well, and there's guys too. You know, Raul's usually lurking back there. All right, so all right, so now we're going to do USA only. Same rules apply. Wait till I type in go. You're going to put in a number 1 to 100. First 2 people closest without going over. Without going over. Okay. Wait till I type. You're welcome, Tori. You're welcome, Joanne. Okay, hang on. Okay, there we go. USA only, 1 to 100. Okay, and we'll pick a new number. All right, I'm going to go dump this water out real quick while y'all are putting in your numbers. Okay. Because I don't think I'm going to do any more watercolor. I'm just going to do some pencil and Langal gel pens. All right, let's move that over there. All right, get your numbers and I'm going to count down. Let me put all these envelopes over here too. All right. Get your numbers in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit the enter if you haven't already. All right, back to random.org. Put it back in here. Went away. Random. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. First two people closest to 39 without going over. 39. Okay, 39 without going over. All right, I'm scrolling back. Let's see here. 39 without going over. Hoosier Mama Debbie got 37. Oh, Laverne got 39 right on the nose. So Laverne, you get to pick first. Laverne got 39. Laverne, 1 or 2. And then Dawn P had 38. Am I correct, guys? Is it Laverne with 39 and Dawn P with 38? Y'all double check me. I'm looking. Laverne, which one do you want to pick? You pick first. 1. Okay, so Laverne wants this one. Okay, so Laverne gets that. And Dawn P, you get this one. Okay, there you go. Okay, there we go. So Laverne, Dawn. Now, Dawn, I'm pretty sure I have Dawn P. I'm pretty sure I have your address. Do I, Dawn P? Do you want Dawn P? If you want, you can email me to make sure I have your address. I'm pretty sure I've sent you something. Just might have been a while. But if you want to double check, you can send me your address. Here's my email again. Send me your, I know I have Laverne's, and I'm pretty sure I have yours. I'm pretty sure I have yours, Dawn P. But if you want to send it to me again. Okay. Won't hurt my feelings anytime y'all want to send it to me again, because like I said, I barely remember I have Janet's address. All right, so let's see here. So we got these 3. I'm going to close up my watercolor. No, I better let it dry. I'm going to sit it over here and let it dry open. Plus, I'll play a thumbnail. Okay, so let's put those over there. And the Langau gels. Let's see here. Where are they? Here they are. Okay. So I got I got all the set when they sold them individually in sets. I forget, it was 8 or however many it was in a pack, and you could buy. They came in a set, but they were individual, and so but you can buy them now. I mean, I bought them a while back. You can buy them now in different configurations. But anyway, I keep forgetting I pulled these to color sometime, guys. These are out of one of the Flow magazines, and they're like a paint by number. And I wanted to do these with these, and I put them in here so I wouldn't forget that we were going to color these at some point. And here they sit. So anyway, I don't. You can get these in different sets, is what I'm saying. And it's, let me tell you how to spell it. They're LANGUO. Okay. Morandi Langau, but you put in Langau, LANGUO, and they'll come up. And I'm sure. Well, there we go. I knew it. Why did I even question that Cat would put in a link? So anyway, let's just color a little bit with them. So you can see I have a lot of these colors. And I did put them in a pencil case so that they're all out, because how they came is like, I don't know how many were in a little set. And all the sets were in a big set, but they came in these plastic cases that I don't even want to discuss how hard it was to get them in and out every time you used them. I went, I'll never use these if I have to use them out of these cases. So I put them all in a pencil case. So now I'll use them more. I don't use them all that much, but because I'm a pencil gal. No, baby, can't get up there. I'm sorry. No, can't. She wants to jump up here. So let me just grab some Prismacolors. And again, I have Prismacolors in a case too, but I also have some loose ones here that I'm just gonna use here. All right, I gotta move it. I don't have any desk room. Let me move this watercolor set. Okay. All right. I have no room. I have no desk space. So let's just do a little bit on each thing. Let me go ahead and zoom in one. Oops. We'll zoom in and work a little bit on with each thing. All right, let's see about the lighting again, now that we've zoomed out and zoomed in. Okay, so Tina said there were 9 in a set, in each set. And then the sets came in a box. And I don't know how many sets. Was there 10? Was there 10 little sets in the box? Tina, I don't remember. But anyway, yes, Tracy. But the little boxes that they came in were so annoying. They're hard plastic and oh, never mind. All right, so let's see. Let me see what we can do here. I'm just gonna let's go ahead and get. Let me just do some pencil real quick in her hair. So we got the dark teal here. So I'm gonna grab a light teal and let's see if that light is not light enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to maybe just do some white. Let's see. And let's do some white and some dark teal. I want peacock. Yeah, peacock. Here we go. Yeah, this is one of my old. This is one of my old ones. All right, let's sharpen it up. And Joanne, I love my pencil sharpener so much. Joanne's the one that turned me on to the T-Gal. And I've bought more sets since then, given them to Denise, Cameron. We all have these now. We all use these, Joanne. All right, so she has a dark teal hair. I got a light teal, a dark teal, and a white. Let's see, I'll zoom in some more here. We're just going to do a little bit of pencil and a little bit of gel. Okay, let's see. I remember tearing the package. It was horrible. Horrible, people. There were around 19 sets. Okay. And there's a big set. Yeah. 19 sets. There was 19 of those packages that I could not wait to get rid of. Okay. So anyway, did I not sharpen that well enough? Let's sharpen it a little more. And I do have a shadow here because there we go. That's good. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do a little bit of some darker strands here with some of the peacock green. Is it peacock blue or peacock green? It's peacock anyway. Prismacolor. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that in here. Some extra hair strands. Just going to do a couple little things, and then I'll get out the Posca and some for the white and the Langau. Okay, so there's a little bit of strands in her hair, and I'm not really taking too much time. Can y'all see that? Do I need to move in one more? I keep thinking I get too close, not close enough. And then I'll take my lighter, it's almost the exact same color as the watercolor, and just kind of just blend that in just a little. Not taking a lot of time, just because most of the work's already been done with the watercolor, but this is where you can add all the detail that you want. And you can take your time. Like I said, I go kind of quick just to get her done. And then I'm going to take my white and get in there with some highlights. And if the white's too bright, I'll go back over it with the lighter, the teal color. So I'm just going to get in there with some. Okay, and now if any of it's too light, I'll just go over it with the pencil to knock back the bright white. I mean, you can still have some nice bright white highlights too, but there we go. So there's her hair. Okay, now let's go ahead and get let's see. I want a nice bright pink. Let's see here. Let's get a nice hot pink. Let's get a nice hot pink gel pen. Okay, and I'm going to get in here That's not even bright enough, I don't think. We'll see. That may not be bright enough either. But we'll go for it for a minute. I can always add some white. And the other white that's a good, besides a pasta or a pencil, are the Panda Fly. I know, Kat, I'm making you put in all these links. The Panda Fly white gels. These are excellent. And you can get them in white, gold, and silver in its own little set. And they're like $5 for like 3 or something like that. They're not very expensive at all. So, all right. So I'm going to put some pink gel pen. I'll hold it up because I know it's tiny what I'm coloring here. And then I want these, I want the, what do you call it? The wires, if you will, to be pink too, under the green. Which I probably shouldn't have done this until I finished coloring the umbrella. But I just kind of want to show y'all the little things. This has got some little dangly thing. I'll make sure that because I'm picking up stuff, a little bit of, you know. But these do work really well. If y'all ever, those of y'all that have used the Langau gel pens. Okay, and then let's see. Let's go ahead and do the inside of the ears again. His little nose and his little lip. I mean, his little tongue. I think I'm going to go along the edge too. I think I'm almost going to outline this, and which I really shouldn't do this outlining part until after I finished any green that I want to do. And his little whiskers. So I'm going to outline this umbrella with pink. So if you want tiny details, these pens are really good. Okay. Let me do the whole umbrella. And this is a head of a cat. Let's do his little eyes in there. And it's wet, so that's why I'm turning it, because I don't want to put my hand in it. Because it takes a minute for gel pens to dry. Let's do his little, I think I'm going to put some more whiskers on him too. I'll hold it up here just a second. And it's raining. It's raining and there's little dots. You can hardly see them, but I'm going to put a whole bunch of pink rain. I mean, I'm going to do it right now. You don't have to watch me do pink raindrops, but I'm going to do pink raindrops all over the whole page. I'll do a couple here. So they'll have, and I'll probably put a white highlight too. See, I'm not being real careful there. I almost want to get rid of the black line on the umbrella. So I'll have to just take another minute. But I just wanted to outline it. There's a little cat nose there. Let's do his little whiskers. There's another raindrop. So there's a whole bunch of raindrops. You can't always see them, but they're all over the page. Let's see if I can see all the raindrops there. I'm going to do them all pink. So we'll have pink raindrops. Okay, and I'll take a little more time to do that a little more carefully. And then the inside of her ears, I want pink. And then some of the details on the cats, I'll probably do in pencil. Let's see, not purple rain. No, I know. I did a really nice portrait of Prince for Denise for her birthday one year. Somewhere on Instagram. All right. Because I got like 2,000 posts on Instagram, so there's a lot of posts to go through. All right, so now I'm going to, and the Langau white is okay too, but the Panda Fly is really good. So let's just see. I'm going to go ahead and put highlighter eye, and I'm also going to put for my favorite thing to use for irises and nostrils or eyelashes is my Sharpie pen. I love my Sharpie pen for, pupils, eyelashes, tiny little black details, because color book pages are not black. They're dark gray. Okay, and then let's see. Let's go ahead and do that cat and this cat both have, you can see their eyes. This one you can a little bit too. And then I'll give them a little highlight. I'll hold it up so you can see. Give them a little highlight. I got to be careful not to run my hand over that though, because it does take a minute for gel pens to dry. Okay, so now I've not shaded anything with pencil except for her hair. I've not shaded her skin or anything up here, but let's go ahead and just real quick, let me get an olive green. It's an olive green. Let's just do a little bit of shading in the umbrella. Like the shadow. See, this is why I said I shouldn't have done the pink gel pen until I did this part. That's okay. I'm being careful. I can go back over it anyway, so. Thanks everybody for sticking around. So you can see you can go in and shade with your pencil. Do some detail with the Langau. Okay. All right, so now, oh, let me go ahead and do, there's little paw prints in her tights. And I haven't finished the tights either. Again, you should do all the pencil coloring before you go in and do this. It's got little paw prints on her tights. So you can see when you add gel pen details, oh, there's a little bit more there. How it brightens everything up with that. And then probably with the cats, let's see if I can do this, a little bit of this cat here. I'll probably do their fur. This isn't quite bright enough. Let me go to the next brightest pink. I think the next brightest pink will be better. Maybe. I want to do their fur, like this is the pink cat. So he's got a base coat of the kind of a magenta color. And I'm going to go in here and put his fur on. Hang on, I'll hold it up here just a second. Can you see it? Might need a little bit of other color in there, but anyway. And I need to go around his eye too with the black here. And then this one's also got the pink, so I'll put pink fur on him. I don't want to do all that right now because I want to do a little bit on each thing. So, all right, so you got a little bit of idea. I could put a couple extra little highlights in her hair. I haven't done her skin or anything yet, but I could do a couple little wisps of hair. It's not showing up very well. Let's do that better. There we go. A couple little wisps of hair. Yeah. I stream my wish list. I know. All right. So again, we could add extra highlights on the little umbrella handle, on all of it. You know, you can add extra highlights with the gel pen because it's so tiny. You can get in these little tiny, tiny little details in these pictures. All right, let's see. Let's go back over here to her. Let's do her eyes real quick. So I'm going to take the black. Well, I could do his little eyes too. I'll do both their eyes. Do the pupils, the eyelashes. Take some time though. You know I'm hurrying. And then I'll take some, let's see, where's that? Let's take the peacock blue and do a dark shadow up under the eye there. Take the light one. Is that light enough? Maybe. And then the white. And then highlights. And Manga have all kinds of weird highlights. You can give them extra highlights and it won't look weird because they all have lots of highlights on their eyes. And let's go ahead and give him one too. And I just did that really quick, but in my house, Riri. All right, so there's that. And again, I would take some of the darker pink, like this magenta, and do some shading right around his face here, maybe around his eyes. And all those little dots there should be done with, let's see here, this, maybe this color. Is that going to be dark enough? Yeah. So that he's got all these little dots all over him. So the, you know, a gel pen is perfect. Now you want to do the shading first. See, I just started shading a little bit there. You really want to do all that shading before you go in here with these dots. But you see how you can go in here? See all those dots? You can really freckle him up. Freckle him up with your gel pen. Because they're so pointy. Look, it's like a point. I think, is it a 0.5? I think these are a 0.5. I think they have a couple different sizes now. And there's his little nostrils there. And then I do a little bit more shading around his eyes. See how much fun you can have with it? And the same thing, let me pick something. Where's my green? Did I put it back? Oh, here it is. So here we go. And that's too dark. I need a little bit. This green maybe. Let's see, is that dark enough? Eh, it's okay. That's not quite dark enough. Let's see. So then I wanted to do some shading in each bow. I'll just do a little bit here on this green one. I'll try to work on these in the next few days and post them. Oh, and I forgot, I wanted to show y'all one more thing in the flower book. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and blend out a little bit of the kind of green. And then I can also go in here with some bright lime green. And then I wanted to go in with the Posca. Get the big Posca. Could do this also with the gel pen, but I'm in a hurry. And I'll just leave a little touch of that pink showing, so it gives it that little bit extra depth. You'll see when I hold it up. And I could also shade under each one of those dots. Each one could have a little bit of shadow under it, just to bring out the dots just a little. See? Yes, you need to play more, Judy. Love House. Okay, well, good. Thanks. Thanks, Rainbow. So you can kind of just see, you know, some of the little details, you know, as it goes. And again, I haven't done anything blending anything out, like his little look, whoa, don't want that. I just want to pick that. Like, you know, I can blend in the pencil that I just laid down. And that's why I said you should do all this shading and blending before you do the gel pen dots or whatever. All right, so see how you can blend all that out. Okay, so now the other thing that I wanted to show y'all real quick before we go is the, what did I do? Did I do something on this? I didn't do anything on this one. Well, maybe, I don't know. Y'all kind of get the idea. I hate to leave y'all hanging with nothing, you know. I knew I wasn't going to finish any of them because I just wanted to show all the different techniques. But what I also wanted to show you is one thing I wanted to do on the flower page that we did last week. I wanted to take this one and this page that we started last week. I have worked on it some. I've not finished the butterfly here, and I need a little bit more on the little snail here and the little caterpillar. But what I wanted to show you is what I'm going to do on here is, hang on, let me find it here, is take some stickles and let's see if I can find the right color. Maybe just some clear. Maybe I just want some clear. Because what I want to do is I want to kind of highlight the edges of all these flowers. So let's see if I can just do a couple here. Maybe I should put it down on something and paint with it. I wonder. This is going to be kind of thick. Maybe I can do it carefully. We'll try. We'll do a few here and hold it up. Because what I wanted to do is on all the edges of these flowers, the edge of the petals, I wanted to put some either light blue or clear. When I decided I went with clear stickles. You won't see it until I hold it up. So I kind of wanted to show y'all that I was going to do this on this page, because once I post it, I can say, oh, there's stickles in there. But unless you were here, you're not going to know exactly. And are you streaming today, Devin? With or without Anne? I don't know if you're streaming today. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Are you streaming today, Devin? Okay, I'm just going to do these few right here just so you can kind of see. But I did work on the little mouse, gave him his little fur. And again, this is something you can do with gel pens. Okay, I'm not going to finish that because we're running out of time. But I want y'all to see. Let's see if I can catch the light. There we go. See? All the flowers. All right, here's them without stickles. And here it is with stickles. See how it just gives it some drama? Right? Doesn't it give it some drama on those flowers? Right, there we go. And then I got him and, worked on this. I got to do a little bit more on this. And I really shouldn't have put the glow of this. This is going to have probably some gold in there to make it like a golden glow behind him before I finished all this. So I got to put that glow in. I want to see what it looks like. So I put the glow, and I'll probably put maybe some gold lines, some gold, either gold gel pen or gold paint or something. So anyway, but I just wanted to show y'all. I was continuing to work. I can't close it now, but this is the language of flowers. And they have the meanings next to them. So I can't cut these out. So there we go, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed that. And I will get y'all's pictures up. Okay, baby, I see you. I know. She wants up here. Hang on. I guess she could come up here because there's nothing. Oh, come on, mouse. There's nothing wet up here right now. I moved everything over to the side. So, you want to come up here real quick, Malibu? Come on. Come on. You want to come up here? Oh, all right. Come say bye. Come say bye to everybody. So, thanks, guys. I hope y'all had a good hope you have a good rest of your week. And Tina, I hope you're doing okay with taking care of your family members. And I missed if Devin is streaming. Let me scroll back. Is Devin streaming? I don't see it. I don't see Devin. Are you streaming today? I'm not. I'm not seeing where you answered me. You probably did, but I'm not seeing it. So, oh, and streaming today, not you. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head on out. Malibu, you're so cute. All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and y'all be kind to each other. And yeah, keep each other in your thoughts and prayers. Bye, guys. Say bye, Malibu. Bye.